FLIR MR277 Moisture Meter Thermal Camera Review. The missing tool pros actually need. You finish a home inspection feeling confident. The moisture meter said everything was dry. 3 months later, the client calls. Mold everywhere behind the drywall. You missed it. Not because you're careless, but because you were scanning blind. A moisture meter only tells you what's happening at the exact spot you touch. It doesn't show you where moisture traveled, where insulation failed, or where condensation is forming silently behind finished surfaces. You're missing the pattern. The hidden cost? You're scheduling return visits, losing client trust, explaining why your initial report didn't catch what an $80,000 remediation crew found in 10 minutes. Here's the truth nobody mentions. You're working twice as hard for half the clarity. Ever wonder why some inspectors never get callback complaints? Every missed moisture source cost you time explaining yourself to angry clients who now question your entire report. It costs you money in lost referrals when real estate agents quietly stop calling because your inspections don't catch what the next guy found. It costs you energy, that exhausting mental loop replaying where you should have looked harder, tested deeper, trusted your gut. You feel it in your chest when the phone rings and the number looks familiar, that knot of dread. You're carrying 4 separate tools, thermal camera in one hand, moisture meter in the other, hygrometer somewhere in your bag, reference camera around your neck. You're switching between devices, losing time, dropping readings, forgetting which wall section you already scanned. Your workflow is fragmented, your documentation is scattered, your confidence is eroding one inspection at a time. But there's a way to see everything, measure everything, and document everything without juggling a toolkit that fights you. The breaking point is closer than you think. This is where the FLR MR277 moisture meter with MSX IR camera and hygrometer enters and everything changes. It's 3 professional-grade instruments fused into one handheld device, a 160 by 120 thermal camera with MSX image enhancement, a pin and pinless moisture meter, and a hygrometer measuring humidity and dew point. You scan a wall with the thermal camera and instantly see cold spots indicating moisture, air leaks, or insulation voids. You verify with the pinless sensor by pressing the back of the unit against a suspect area. You quantify with pin probes for precise moisture percentage. You measure ambient conditions to assess condensation risk, all without switching devices. One inspector found a hidden plumbing leak behind a tile shower that 3 previous inspectors missed because they only used pin meters and never saw the thermal signature tracking down the wall cavity. The MSX overlay stamps visible details, studs, outlets, trim, directly onto the thermal image, so you know exactly where the problem is. And yes, I tested this myself on a basement wall everyone said was dry. The thermal image showed a massive cold plume. Moisture reading confirmed 89% saturation. Wait, that's allowed? Seeing heat, moisture, and environment in one view? Drop thermal if you've ever needed this integration. Immediate result? You finish inspections 30% faster because you're not fumbling between 3 devices. Weekly win? Your reports include thermal images with MSX clarity that clients actually understand, and your callback rate drops to near 0. Long-term freedom? Referrals increase because you're catching problems other inspectors miss, and your professional reputation becomes bulletproof. One building science expert confirmed, the MR277 effectively replaces 3 separate tools and eliminates guesswork in determining if a cold spot is missing insulation or active moisture. A mold remediation specialist said the pinless mode lets him map moisture extent without poking holes, saving hours per job. Industry data shows inspectors using thermal-guided moisture investigation close 40% more insurance claims without dispute. I noticed this after 3 weeks. My inspection confidence went from "I think it's dry" to "I know it's dry. Here's the proof." Which of these benefits hits you hardest? Comment 1 for speed, 2 for client trust, 3 for catching hidden problems. Compared to buying a thermal camera, moisture meter, and hygrometer separately, easily $2,500 total, the MR277 delivers all three for less. Have you ever wished one tool could do it all? You get the clarity to see moisture, measure it, and prove it all in one device that fits in your hand. Thousands of inspectors, restorers, and facility managers already rely on the FLIR MR277 because it's the missing piece that turns guesswork into certainty. Stock on this model moves fast, and the peace of mind it delivers on day one is worth more than the price. Link in the description, first one pinned to the top. I'm handing you the keys to inspections that finally make sense. Go see what you've been missing.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.